Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am now pleased to yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from New York, Mr. Ryan, who is the vice ranking member of the full committee.
Gentleman from New York is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the gentleman for yielding. I rise in support of the NDAA as it was reported out of committee under the strong bipartisan leadership of Chairman Rogers and Ranking Member Smith. I proudly served 2 combat tours in Iraq and sadly and personally know the human cost of conflict. The landscape we face is as serious as ever, from a land war in Europe to the significant threats from China. And this body has a crucial decision in front of us, one that will have ramifications for my 2 young boys and for many generations of Americans to come. Will we choose to be patriots, continuing this 60-plus year precedent of coming together in a bipartisan manner as Americans to keep our nation safe? Or will we give in and give up, ceding the ground of our democracy to a small group of extremists willing to hijack our nation's security for their own narrow, selfish political gain? So many of the foundational challenges our military faces, from declining trust in the institution to significant recruiting challenges for all of our services, can and must be directly attributed to this introduction of inherently partisan, divisive rhetoric into what should be a sober and bipartisan discussion. If I hear one more colleague, especially one who never served a day in uniform, use the W word, which I won't use here on the floor, yet then struggle to define what the heck they even mean by it, I'm going to lose it. Every time I hear that, I think about the faces of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Guardians currently in harm's way as we speak. I think about the 4,000 young cadets I have the privilege of representing at West Point. I've only been here a little less than a year, but in my time, I've never had a single military family, veteran, or service member ever bring up this issue. 0 times, never. What they do bring up over and over, our veterans and military families, is they are proud of their service that they've done and the service they're doing. They're proud of our military today, they're proud of our work to make it better, and they're proud of our country. And it's our job to remind them here in Congress that we are proud of them and that we'll have their backs. Our men and women in uniform deserve that 5.2% pay raise. Our female service members deserve access to quality reproductive health care. Our diverse force, critical to solving diverse problems, deserves to be welcomed into our ranks. And these men and women in uniform deserve Senate-confirmed senior leaders, something that one of these extremists is currently standing in the way of. We must rise above this division. We must come together as a Congress, as Americans, as patriots to do the right thing. And I trust that we will ultimately do so. Thank you, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves.